Mayor Alexa says, "Hey, Mayor Aaron, let's go camping. It'll be fun." Bahooey! Not fun when I gotta climb a stupid ladder and get our camping gear out of the attic. Stupid. What kind of dumb campground is Camp Crystal Lake anyway? Sounds freaking dumb. Well, Co-Mayor Alexa knows I hate heights. But you know what? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to climb this ladder and get our camping gear out of the attic. Oh, God. Is that Demon Trish's blood from last Jill-O-Ween? Oh, that's nasty. Oh, okay.
Oh look, Mayor Aaron grew some cajones and climbed a ladder.
Whoa, this place is creepy. This would be a perfect place to do reviews this month. Yeah, well, what a convenient placement for a light. But I say, screw camping gear. I'm going to decorate this place and get it all Jill-O-Ween'd up. You know what? I think I'm going to review all my figures this month from the attic. Starting with Bianca today.
Hey, what are you doing?
Wow. Hey, Co-Mayor Alexa! You gotta come up the ladder and check this place out.
You messed with the wrong bitch.
Hello? Okay, or I'll just check it out all by myself, you know? Text me later, Co-Mayor Alexa. Sheesh!
Mayor Aaron, I think I know why we haven't seen Diva Marie, Robo Taminez and Mayor Stase. There is a killer on the loose.
Wait, what? Where?
Look down in the garage. I just kicked their face in.
I don't see anyone down there, Co-Mayor Alexa.
They were just there.
Okay, are you sure that's what you saw down there?
Yes.
Okay, well, who was it that you saw?
I don't know. They had a mask on.
Hold on. So you're telling me that there's a killer with a mask that may be the reason why the girls have gone missing, and they're trying to kill us too? Ah, fuck. Hey y'all, welcome to LumberJillville. Women's wrestling lives here. Now before we get started, make sure to hit subscribe to become an official resident of LJV today and get a first look at all future women's wrestling figure reviews. There are a lot of women's wrestling figures coming this month and next month and in the future, and I can't wait to review them all, especially this month. Jill-O-Ween month is my favorite. Now, I am super excited for today's figure review. Not so much about the figure. There's a lot that I noticed right off the bat that's wrong with it. But I am a huge fan of Bianca Belair. I absolutely admire this woman. I think she is amazing. And the attire that this figure depicts is one of my favorite women's matches of all time. Right behind Sasha and Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. This depicts the match at WrestleMania 37 where she took on Sasha. And that was a pretty historic match. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at this figure, starting with the packaging. Alright, so starting right off with the packaging here. Now, this is very unique packaging as far as the style goes, and that's how these WrestleMania Basic and Elite lines are every year. They kind of have their own unique packaging, a lot like the Royal Rumble or the Survivor Series. But this year's WrestleMania basic packaging is awesome. I love it. I think it's really cool. It has the WrestleMania Goes to Hollywood logo at the top, which is this coming WrestleMania. I think the gold and the black looks really classy together. I think it looks awesome. I like the big open window. We could see the figure. And what I love most is this image of Bianca Belair, who has the most beautiful smile in the world. She is amazing. I absolutely love that image on the front of her. Turning it around, we have that image once again. We have her signature moves, and then she's classified as a powerhouse. And then we have the rest of the line. So yeah, this packaging is pretty cool in my opinion. I think it looks really cool. I like when they do unique style packaging for these special lines here. All right, so let's just open it up here and see how easy it is. Boom, cobwebs. I'm stuck in the cobwebs. What I expect, right? All right. WWE WrestleMania 2022 Basic Bianca Belair. This attire is from WrestleMania 37, which took place on April 10th, 2021. On this night, Bianca would defeat Sasha Banks to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Alright, some overall first impressions of this figure. I mean, the first thing I noticed right off the bat, and I'm sure everyone else did too, is they went back to these skinny Ichabod Crane legs that are just out of proportion and really don't display her muscular physique that she has. I mean, I don't know why they keep going back to these legs. Now, Bianca's one of those superstars that she's had a good amount of figures released so far. I think about 7 or so. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison later in the video, but they've been all over the place with her figures, but I think we have yet to have a perfect Bianca figure. And I honestly think this one would have been really close if we had better legs, more accurate legs. And the attire is a little bit off too, but yeah, so I think it looks cool, but what really takes away from the visual appeal of this figure is those long, skinny legs that aren't accurate at all. But let's take a closer look at that face scan, hair sculpt, and face sculpt. Alright, so as far as the face scan, face sculpt, and hair sculpt goes, now we have seen this face scan and sculpt previously, more recently in the Showdown Series 11 2-pack. I believe it's the same. It's kind of hard to tell whenever the makeup application is drastically different. And here, it is drastically different. We obviously have that real bright, glittery purple lipstick on, and I think that looks amazing. It is awesome. I think my only complaint here is I love the smiling sculpt and scan of Bianca. Even though the Elite smiling sculpt and scan isn't the best in retrospect, I still like it because, like I said, she has the most beautiful smile in the world, and I want to see it in figure form, right? But here we do get that purple lipstick, and it looks great. Now, a nice little additional detail here I didn't notice until I opened it up was these little silver stray hairs on the side. And I think that is such a nice little touch, a nice little additional detail that they did. I really like that. Now, the hair sculpt, or the braid sculpt, I'll say, is that thin braid sculpt. You know, they've gone back and forth with the thin sculpt and then the thicker sculpt, which I prefer. You know, and we saw that more recently in that Showdown 2-pack. But here I think it looks pretty good. I mean, we have nice details of the silver ponytail holder there and then silver EST on the side. And yeah, as far as the face scan, face sculpt, and hair sculpt goes, I think it looks pretty good. Now, we will do a side-by-side comparison, and I'll kind of show you what I mean when I say this, but, you know, I feel like they have not nailed her likeness yet, right? It took Sasha a long time to get a figure that had a great likeness, and they were all over the place with the hair sculpts, with the face sculpts, with the face scans, and they're kind of doing the same thing with Bianca. I wish they'd just take their time and get a really good smiling sculpt and scan out. But either way, I think this one is okay. I really like that purple lipstick and love the attention to detail on the side there. Alright, so moving down to the body sculpting, the attire, and yeah, I mean, the body sculpt is the first thing I'll cover because it is the most disappointing. Like, I get it that some of her early basics were off, and they might have used the skinny leg sculpt on, like, last year's WrestleMania basic, as I'll show you here in a little bit. Like, I get that. But she's been with the company long enough, and she's shown that she is the future of the women's division. Give her her own unique sculpt. Like, for God's sakes, give her her own unique sculpt. It's getting really frustrating how Bianca hasn't gotten that treatment. She should. If they're going to release a bunch of figures of Bianca Belair, which they should, they need to put more care and attention into the body sculpt. Because look at this. The legs is what I'm talking about, obviously. I mean, I think the upper body, I think it works fine. You know, it does give her her muscular type physique. But as far as the legs go, I mean, what are we doing here? Like, these legs have been around with these women's basics for years, since I started the channel, and they need to go because there's not a single woman on the roster that these legs would work for. I mean, they're stupid, and Bianca is so muscular, has a great physique, and we just don't get that here, so... Yeah, the body sculpt sucks. I mean, I'm just going to say that. The body sculpt absolutely sucks, especially from the waist down. But looking at the attire, let's get a little positive here. Looking at the attire, I do like that it is a metallic paint application on the top and the bottoms, but it is inaccurate to the night. You know, she did have like a sparkly, glittery, real intricate top that would have been hard to replicate in figure form. And I think they did the best that they could here, at least tried to. And I think that metallic purple does look nice. I like the purple armbands there. I like the silver around her neck. The lips are a darker type purplish pink there. And then the bottoms are a purple, and we have the EST in silver, and then these purple pink lips all over. Now, the boots are actually really nice. The boots are one of the best parts about the attire because the silver on the boots is like a reflective metallic. I mean, it looks really nice, and it's definitely accurate to that night. But if we're looking at accuracy, I mean, this attire, quite frankly, it's really not that accurate to the night. Like, it does have the general idea right, but it's not really accurate, because even if you go outside of the unique design that she had that night, her bottoms were up a little higher, I believe above her belly button, and then the top should be higher up. So the top should end right under her chest, and the bottom should be up a little higher. But, you know, oh, yeah, I'm just so sick of this body sculpt, y'all. Like, she deserves so much better. But anyway, she also does have her tattoo. She has lips on her back. She has a tattoo on her shoulder. And let's look at her wrist here. Yep, tattoo there. So I think it's a visually appealing attire, you know, and for a basic, I think they did an okay job. I think they did a pretty good job, actually, but that body sculpt, it's got to go. All right, so now let's do a little side-by-side comparison. Now, I have about, I think, 7 Bianca figures in total. I'm not going to put them all out in front of me. I'll do a video for that, you know, either counting them down or just kind of comparing and contrasting here. But I just wanted to put some important ones out here. So we have Elite 91 on the far left. We have last year's WrestleMania Basic, actually. This year's WrestleMania Basic. And then the Showdown 2-pack Bianca I just reviewed. Now, if you look at all these figures, they're all drastically different. And the first thing you'll notice is, unfortunately, you know, what I thought might have been the best Bianca figure when I had them all in front of me is way under scale, way too short. But at least they gave her muscular physique. Like, I think this figure has the best physique of all her figures, the Showdown Series 11. I believe this is the same body sculpt that they use in her Basic 107 figure as well. So I think it has the best physique, but it's too short. Now, if we go to the Elite, it is way, 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 way too skinny. I do like that smiling face scan and sculpt. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's pretty darn good. I like the removable earrings. And overall, I really do like this smiling scan and sculpt. I think that's the scan and sculpt we should have of Bianca. And yeah, I think they can make some changes to it and improve it, but I think it's pretty good, and I really like how it has the smile. But on this figure, the body sculpt is tiny, you know, and this is like in retrospect, because when I reviewed it, I gave it a really good score and thought it was amazing, but in retrospect, you know, looking at it and stuff, it's way too skinny. It doesn't give her muscular physique. And just an example of that, if you look at the bottoms here, look how much extra plastic is on this bottom piece compared to the torso. It's like the torso is way too skinny and doesn't even fit on the bottoms. And this torso is like, it's weird. It's bizarrely tiny. And she's a muscular, strong woman, and yeah, they just had really bad part choices. It's almost like they sculpted the top and they're like, oh crap, we made it too small. We need to use that small midsection that doesn't even fit on the bottoms. But I mean, it is a beautiful figure. I do really love this figure in all honesty, but I think there's a lot of room to improve. Now, if we're looking at these 2 WrestleMania Basics, I mean, this is the true wild card of her figures released so far, because I believe the scan and sculpt, I don't think it's the same as the Elite. Yeah, no, it looks a little different, and it looks bizarre, y'all. Like, looking back, it looks weird. It looks weird. It does not look like her. And the skin tone of this figure is also different than all of them. And it's just a bizarre looking scan and sculpt of that face. Like, just an outlier figure. But if we compare the 2 WrestleMania Basics, you know, it's a no-brainer. This one from today is the best. But look, we still have the skinny legs on this Bianca Basic a year after, probably even over a year after we got this WrestleMania Basic Bianca that had the same legs. Like, you'd think they had time to make an improvement. And even if you look at how this attire is, you know, it's up higher. That top is up higher like it should be over here. So, like, yeah, I don't understand. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing that Sasha had with her figures. It's like they're trying, but they're not trying hard enough, right? And I still think we deserve to have a perfect Bianca figure, or one that's close to it. And right now, in all honesty, I'd say probably is between these three as far as the best. And yeah, I'd probably go with that Elite. And even though it's not perfect, it's a pretty darn good figure. This new WrestleMania Basic, I think the only thing that really holds it back are those legs, but it is like an eyesore when you see it. Alright, so overall, I give WWE WrestleMania 2022 Basic Bianca Belair an overall score of a 5 out of 10. This figure just kind of lies in the middle for me. Now, some of the good that I liked is that face scan and sculpt worked okay. We've seen it previously before, but I love the application of the bright, sparkly purple lipstick, and even the silver stray hairs on the side. That's a nice little additional touch. I also think the purple of the attire really does stand out. It's like a glittery metallic purple. I'm glad they went with that color there. It looks pretty good. Now the negative, I've talked about it enough in this review, and it's that body sculpt. More precisely, the legs. You know, it's ridiculous. Her figures in the past, I might have given a pass for having those skinny, long legs. But here's the thing. Bianca is arguably the top star in the women's division, one of the top stars in the company, and she deserves her own unique body sculpt. She does. There's no one like her out there. She is amazing. She's tremendous. She has a great physique, and for us to get these skinny legs time and time again, there's just no excuse for that. So be better, Mattel. Give her a unique sculpt because she deserves it. Thanks for stopping by LumberJillville. Women's wrestling lives here. For a first look at all future women's wrestling figure reviews, make sure to hit subscribe and become an official resident of LJV today. Also, head on over to ringsidecollectibles.com and use coupon code LJV at checkout to save 10% on your next order of women's wrestling figures. Now, stay tuned. All month long is Jill-O-Ween, and there's always some crazy stuff happening in LJV, and this year's no different. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen the girls, but I need to go. I need to talk to Comair Lex and figure out what's going on. But either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and have a great night, y'all.